along noticing all the things you'd like to change. Consider remodeling. Let's make this the year. Maybe you'd like an open plan kitchen or a 3-seasons room. Or how about finally getting that master suite you've been dreaming about? Advanced Design Studio will help you create the reimagined house that works with today's at-home lifestyle, providing positive remodeling experiences for nearly 30 years. Advanced Design's common sense remodeling process makes remodeling predictable, averting delays and preventing budget overruns to produce a rewarding remodeling experience. Join us remotely Saturday, June 26 at 10 a.m. for Virtual Trends in Design, where you can experience hot new colors, learn about home style trends, and discover all the products for your home renovation project. Visit advanceddesignstudio.com and click on events to sign up or call 847-836-2600.
It is 6:38, Team Hochberg Traffic Center time, and Jim.
Travel times are starting to rise, but after some major issues during the overnight hours, at the moment there's nothing too out of the ordinary. On the Kennedy, inbound, your trip time, O'Hare to downtown is 20 minutes. It's a little quicker in the Express. Outbound, 19 minutes to the airport. Inbound Eisenhower, delays are 17th to Des Plaines Avenue and approaching the Burns Circle. It's 28 minutes, 390 to downtown. Outbound 25. Stevenson, 26 minutes from the Veterans Memorial Tollway to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 23. Inbound Ride, delays start around the Stevenson. It's 17 minutes from 95th to downtown. The express lanes get heavy at 33rd Street. I-57, 11 minutes, I-80 to the merge, Bishop Ford 12. The only issue on the tri-state now is a heavy ramp to the outbound I. That's traffic. I'm Jim Talamonte. On AM 560, The Answer.
Jim, thank you. Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. AM 560 Weather Center forecast. Breezy, very warm again today. Clouds and sun mixed. High 85. Overnight, couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, and a low of 67. 73 at O'Hare. Next news coming up at 7. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions Studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 The Answer online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, on your Alexa-powered smart speaker, and on TuneIn, iHeart, and on Odyssey. When you've got questions, he always has an answer. It's Sean Hannity, this afternoon at 2 on AM 560 The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy, and Tom Meredith is the gentleman who organized so many of those Trump rallies. I'm sure many of our listeners attended in the Chicago metropolitan area during the 2020 election cycle that were massive.
Huge.
I went to one up at Bull Valley that was in the thousands. There was another one at Kane County Fairgrounds during the campaign that was 5 or 10,000 people. I mean, I've never seen an event like that certainly for the Illinois Republican Party, but that probably has a lot to do with the product they're selling. But just anything conservative, I've never seen crowds like that in Illinois. Well, now he's elevating his game this coming Sunday, May 30th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the aforesaid Kane County Fairgrounds. Rally for Christ. Tom Meredith, he's also the founder of Buying Rite, R-I-T-E, buyingrite.com. Spend your money where your values are. Joins us now. Tom, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me on, Dan and Amy.
So the genesis, pun intended, of the idea of doing a rally for Christ.
I just think it's needed. I'll get back to the basics. When I first started the Trump rallies back in May of last year, I felt like people were kind of like afraid to go show their support for our president. So it started out by being some parades and gather some friends. And next thing you know, it turned into groups of 10,000 people just cheering on their president. And we had some great speakers that motivated the crowd, and they talked about spiritual things and stuff. And I noticed, we had Charlie Kirk on, Jaco Boyan on there on the stage with us. And I noticed that when they started talking about values and getting values back into our communities and churches and schools, and I noticed the people taking a step forward towards the stage and really put their phones down and really pay attention to what they were talking about. And I'm like, wow, this will be a great venue for my next rally. So that's why I chose Rally for Christ.
And does America need Christ in their lives now more than ever because of COVID?
Yeah, exactly. Our communities need it. Our support the police. They need it. Everyone needs it. Our churches need it. Our churches are caving to society. Let alone it should be the other way around. Churches should be dictating how society acts, but it seems like it's going in the reverse direction.
And so who do you have lined up for this Sunday's event? And by the way, this I'm correct in saying this is a free event, so come one, come all, correct?
Come on, come all. There will be donations to help cover costs at the event, but it's not mandatory. So, yeah, come on, come all. Bring your lawn chairs. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be food, entertainment. It's going to just be a wonderful time.
And who's speaking?
Some of the speakers. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No. Who's speaking at the event?
Yeah. Tom Dieters is flying in from Florida. Tom Dieters, he's an amazing guy. He was the editor-in-chief of Muscle and Fitness, which has nothing to do with Christ, but his journey with Christ is incredible and stuff. He's flying in from Florida. Richard Ross, Jeanette Ward, Gary Rabine running for governor, AM 560's John Anthony's wife, Deborah Anthony, will be speaking, and a lot more.
And so this is not political. You may have candidates, but this is not political in orientation. It's, as you were suggesting, values, perspective, promotion of faith communities in orientation.
Exactly. I mean, we have to start thinking about, okay, well, why not get candidates who share our values and support those candidates? I mean, I would much rather have a candidate running the country or even our town or state that shares the same values that I have.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean, that's sort of the foundational principles. Like, let's, if I know what somebody believes, where they're coming from, then I have an idea of what they'll do regardless of the particular issue. You have trust in somebody based on sort of where their foundation is rather than just issue positions they're taking as a political candidate. And I think sometimes that gets confused and then bad decisions are made. So no, I'm in complete agreement on that. What's the response been like? I mean, I don't know exactly how you do it, this guerrilla marketing that you do to get the word out so that so many people know about these things and turn out. But what's the response been in terms of maybe compare and contrast to the Trump rallies you did last year?
Well, the interest is definitely climbing. I'm not saying that we're going to reach 10,000 people this time, but I feel like we're going to have a pretty decent crowd again. We're going to do a special tribute to the police and fire, the first responders, and obviously for our veterans. We're going to do a special tribute to our veterans. So come one, come all. It's going to be a great event.
Are you going to have any pastors or priests speaking?
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of different pastors speaking. Richard Ross, he was a pastor. There's going to be so many different ones. We're going to have booths set up, and a lot of ministries are going to be in their booths greeting people and whatnot.
Well, you recall that Trump said only Jesus Christ was more famous than him. So this competition between Trump and Jesus will be interesting. I like what you said too about the faith communities, churches, and the faith leaders, and how some have been really courageous and helpful during the assault on religious institutions, churches. But while so many, as you were suggesting before, have decided to serve man rather than serve God during COVID and serve the state, really. And it's been terribly disappointing. I hope maybe this could be an outlet for those who are frustrated with some of the as I am, with some of the church leaders from their particular sect to to rally and stand up and sort of reclaim the primacy of Christ over man.
I think in their attendance are going to start showing that more and more, that the churches that are weak, that don't stand up for what what they should be teaching and preaching to us. I have a feeling that their attendance is going to really, really continue to decline, and people are going to be searching for churches and whatnot that do send that message.
Yeah, church shopping. Because, I mean, Christianity is about running to those who are sick, and now we're staying away from those who are not sick and covering up and masking up. It's just so ridiculous. So how many different church booths are going to be there to recruit? Because you should be recruiting people to go back to church on Sundays, because not a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, on what I totally agree. And there's probably going to be about 7 or 8 so far. We have a total of 20, maybe 22 booths, I think, set up, and I believe we only have a few left. So if people wanted to attend and get a booth, it's not too late. They can still contact us, and we'll get you a booth.
Where can people get more information about the event, or, as you said, getting a booth, getting more involved, maybe helping you to organize the next one after this?
Yeah, perfect. Actually, they can go to buyingrite.com, and there's information on buyingrite, RITE.com. And scroll down, and there's a whole, there's like an informational part about the rally.
All right, very good. And also, it's like an opportunity for people who share the same faith and philosophy to interact with one another, too, to share experiences. So a communal event in that sense as well. Tom Meredith, founder of buyingrite.com, organizer of the Rally for Christ, again, this Sunday, May 30th, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Kane County Fairgrounds. Buyingrite.com if you want more information, a booth, greater participation with Tom's work. Tom, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck with the rally on Sunday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
It's news, opinion, insight. This is Chicago's Morning